beredo ngqubela apha Nelson Mandela umasipala ombaxa iziphaluka zakhe ukandi ke nabo ke bakwi social media. I take this time to greet you all in that wonderful name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Phambi kokuba siqale andazi nokuba wake waqwalaselana. Have you ever noticed that Jesus, when he was here on earth in the 3 years of his ministry, he did many things. He raised the dead. He healed the sick. He walked on water. He spoke to the boisterous sea, and the sea responded positively. He did so many things. He preached. He taught. Abafundi bakhe, they have never ever asked him, Nkosi, sifundise ukuvusa abantu kwelabafileyo. Nkosi, khawusifundise ukudlisa izihlwele. Nkosi, khawusifundise ukufundisa okanye ukushumayela. Kodwa they took time to ask Jesus, teach us how to pray. And Jesus heard their question clearly. They didn't ask Jesus to teach them a prayer. They asked Jesus to teach them how. And Jesus, in responding to that request, Jesus started by teaching them how not to pray. And then after that, he taught them how. Not a prayer, but how to pray. Ithethe ukuthi lonto lo mthandazo sithi ngowenkosi yayingasi ngomthandazo wokuthandazwa. Ingumthandazo oqulathe principles to guide our prayer. With those few words, let us bow our heads and pray. Bawo sisondela phambi kwakho. Xa sisondela phambi kwakho kukwizinto esizenzayo physically ezinintsingiselo enzulu. Siwa ngamadolo, siguqa, so that we affirm that you transcend us. You are above, not in terms of distance, but you are above us in terms of holiness, in terms of knowledge, in terms of your state of being. And by this act of falling on our knees, we prostrate and surrender to your authority and power. We close our eyes, for we take a conscious decision to pass this threshold and close off the secular and be in the sacred space in your holy presence. Unfortunately, amaxesha amaninzi xa siwavala lo mehlo silivala necango libe ilizwe selingaphakathi ligungquza kunye nathi. Sisokole ukuba nobudlelwane obububo nawe. Sincede ke Thixo in the midst of that confusion and struggle. Hear our prayer. Enkosi ngesipho sobomi. Ininzi into esisweleyo singayicela kuwe kodwa kusasa nje siyanqumama. We say thank you for the gift of life, for there is no bigger gift than life itself. Lead us, guide us this morning. In Jesus we pray. Amen. Bathandekayo enkosini, ndikhawulezile kakhulu, eli xesha ke liyabaleka. Ndiyacela into yokuba abantu bam abanengxaki xa ndithe ulwimi lam laguqukela kweli lesilungu, ndicela into yokuba ungangxami ngokundikhalala, ngoba ngalo lonke ixesha ndizamile into yokuba ndiphinde ndibuye ndiyithethe laa nto ngesintu. Ukanti ke noba ndithethe ngesintu, ukhona umntu oncedisana nam ozama ukuyithatha laa nto ayichaze ngesilungu, ngoba baninzi abantu abandiphulaphuleyo beentlanga ngeentlanga, bemnyama benjalo, abasiva isiXhosa konke. And I want you to listen to this statement that I'm going to make as a bedrock of my sermon, on which I am going to build my sermon. Ndifuna umamele le ntetho ndiza kuyenza kuqala, eyakuthi ibe liliwa endakwakhela phezu kwayo intshumayelo yam. I have wondered long and hard why it is that while we relentlessly seek God's answers when in the throes of suffering, yet we never seem to pause with equal sincerity to ask Him for guidance or wisdom in pleasure, and seem very uncertain about God's presence in fun and pleasure. It is not also instructive of our bias that society popularly brands all tragedies as acts of God, but fails to attribute equal credit when we enjoy something good. This is a reversal of Job's predicament. He knew that all good came from God, but was puzzled at the source of all bad. We postmodern skeptics blame God for all the bad and credit ourselves with all that is good. Have we brought into belief that God is not interested in making life enjoyable? Has the Christian faith somehow been molded and reshaped to appear as a killer of pleasure or as a barrier to fun? Mandisummarize ke ngesixhosa lento bendithetha. Ngebali lithi elabali kukho abantu abebedibene apha eMonti benepati enkulu yomhlaba becelebrate i-achievements zabo. Yaba zintsuku ezimbini kumandi kakhulu, ngumculo, yiyo yonke into eyonwabisayo. Xheliwe ziprize intoni. Emvani kweentsuku ezimbini abantu bachithakala, abanye babheke eBhayi, abanye babheke eTranskei, njalo njalo. Ngabantu ababefunda kunye kwiminyaka edlulileyo, bane-reunion. Ngelishwa endleleni abanye begoduka bagaxeleke engozini yaze i-two couples yabhubha. Isililo sababantu ebephi uThixo. Kodwa abazange babuze kula 2 days yolonwabo kucelebratewa i-achievements. They took that credit upon themselves and they never asked, where is God? And that is why I'm coming from this morning as I look into the doctrine of pleasure. Is there a doctrine of pleasure? A philosophy of fun? And this morning, I would like to look at this subject. And let me say it up front. This is not to bring limits as much as to protect us from enslavement. I've got only 4 principles, God willing, that I want quickly to run through. The first principle, we find it in the book of Judges. Incwadi yabagwebi. Isahluko sona sesesixhenxe. Uyakuzifundela ke wena ke mphulaphuli. Mandukunike ibali. Ibali apha nguGideon. It is Gideon. He is leading the army of Israelites against the Midianites. Amamidiani. Bakhobe bafahlela. Unamadoda, he has 32,000 people, amadoda, against the Midianites. And when God met Gideon and his army, and God said to Gideon, man, you are too many. This group is too many. It's too big. And God says to Gideon, there are people who are in this army who are not here. This is what I'm trying to say. There were 32,000 men. And God says, not all 32,000 are here. And God says, let's make it easy because I've got to cut this number drastically. Then he says to Gideon, Gideon, khona madoda apha angamagwala ingwatshu ibetha umoya. Kodwa protect their dignity. Yithi kuwo kaloku njoba sisiye emfazweni nje. We are leaving our homes and our families and our wives and our children. Very, very vulnerable. Akho mntu apha sihamba sonke. Kuyanyanzeleka sifumana amagokra namakroti ayakuhlala apha ukwenzela into yokuba amakhaya ajongwe ngoba sawuthi sipha emfazweni sibuye apha kudala kwahlaselwa. We need people that will look after our homes and families and wives and what have you. 22,000 people lifted up their hands and say, I am a volunteer. I want to be at home. And then kwasala 10,000. And God said to Gideon, even this 10,000, it's too much. You see, Uthixo wanted to make it a point that Amasirayeli, when they go to the war, they must never doubt that this has nothing to do with them. It is God's doing. Therefore, he wants to cut down the numbers. Then there are 10,000. The Bible says, and God said, there is a river. And I want you, Gideon, what God says. I want you, Gideon, to tell these people they must take a drink so that they can refresh themselves. Mabasela pemlanjini. Waruthixo, I will tell you what to do. Afika amadoda 10,000 ayosela emanzini. Andazi noba wake wabonana mhlawumbi wake wakhona phanga emaphandleni indoda ufika ikhwela a horse, riding a horse, and there is a dog that is following this horse. When they get into the river and the man leads the horse to the waters, and then you see ihashe ligobe ezi lemilenze lapha ngaphambili lifaka inhloko emanzini, ukhangela inja indlela esela ngayo, iwalenga nje lamanzi iphithizele iphinde iphithizele ijonge yonke indawo. Afika ngamadoda alala ngezusu asala amanzi ongathi that was the only reason for their existence. Ngoba khamadoda aguqa ngamadolo, indoda iguqe ngedolo, isele ngesandla amanzi wagale lapha emlonyeni yawalenca amanzi. Wathi uThixo kuGideon, wayeke lamadoda lele phaya na jike thatha lamadoda aguqe ngedolo asela ngesandla. Lamadoda ayi 300 inani lawo. Wathi uThixo, nango ke amadoda afuneka aye emfazweni. The principle behind the story is this. There was nothing wrong with a pause to take a drink of water. It refreshed them without taking them away from the reason they were there or from where they were headed in the first place. Kwakungekho nto irongo nokusela kamanzi ukuba ngaba amanzi lawo bawaselayo awabaphazamisi balahlekane nesizathu sobukho babo apho le ndawo baya kuyo iphele engqondweni asuke lamanzi abe sisiphelo. The principle there is any pleasure that refreshes you without diminishing you, distracting you, or sidetracking you from the ultimate goal is a legitimate pleasure. Naluphina ulonwabo elikuhlaziyayo lingakhangela kuchitha lakwenza mncinci likuphazamise likususe kunobangela wobukho bakho, elo lonwabo lulonwabo oluvumelekileyo. But once that pleasure diminishes you, distracts you, sidetrack you from the ultimate goal, that pleasure is not legitimate. Ulonwabo olukuphazamisayo nenjongo zakho nalapho uyakhona livele nje likuphazamise, olonwabo luyingozi. uSusan Wesley, umfazi katata kaJohn Wesley, wayena abantwana bayi-19, abantwana bakhe bebe 19. uJohn Wesley ubuza umama wakhe, she was a godly woman, mama khawundincede undichazele uba siyintoni na isono. Wathi xa emchazela isono amawisile makayimamele lonto. Whatever weakens your reasoning, impairs the tenderness of your conscience, obscures your sense of God, or takes away your relish for spiritual things. In short, if anything increases the authority and the power of the flesh over the spirit, that to you becomes sin, however good it is in itself. Nayiphina into eyenza ukucinga kwakho kuphazamiseke, nesazela sakho sidubeke, ize lonto imenze uThixo abonakale luzizi, lonto ikuthathe kwizinto zikamoya, ikhulise igunya lenyama phezu kwegunya likamoya. Lonto nokuba igudi kangakanani na, imandi kangakanani na, igama lalonto sisono. Sibuye ke sikhangele second principle. Principle number 1 is a legitimate pleasure, ulonwabo oluvumelekileyo. Eyesibini, losing sight of the goal. Losing sight of the goal. Elibali sizafumana kwalapha incwadi yabaGweli, chapter 13, uSamson. Ukuba ngaba ufunda uSamson, unyana kaManowa, ozalwa lidlolokazi lomfazi ongenagama, kodwa isithunywa sathetha naye kuqala. Xa sithetha esasithunywa pha ku-13 uverse 5b, ndithi xa ndiyibiza laa nto, the because of the birth of the boy. Uti, you will become pregnant and have a son whose head is never to be touched by a razor. Because ndifuna ke ngoku ke underline ngokuba the boy lenkwenkwe is to be a Nazarite, dedicated to God from the womb. Why is he born? He will take the lead in delivering Israel from the hands of the Philistines. Isizathu sokuzalwa kwakhe kukukhupha, ukukhulula amaSirayeli esandleni samaFilistine. uSamsoni udibana naye apha chapter 14, uyatshata. Xa ufika apha chapter 16, ngoketshatile, uva pha ku verse 1, ubheke eGaza, apho udibana neprostitute apho eGaza, inegama la prostitute. Mamela ke ngoku, nanku ke ngoku ummangaliso apha omkhulu. Xa ke ngoku ehleli nale ntombazana, ibambe laa nto ukuba isizathu sobukho bakhe kukukhulula amaSirayeli esandleni samaFilisti. Uthi ke uDelila xa ekunye nale ndoda, uthi uverse 17, emveni kwenzame ezininzi, 16-17, athi, so he told her everything. Wamxelela yonke into. No razor has ever been used on my head, he said, because I've been a Nazarite dedicated to God from my mother's womb. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as another man. When Delilah saw that he had told everything, she sent a word to the rulers of Philistine. Come back once more. He has told me everything. So the rulers of the Philistines returned with the silver in their hands. That's again a verse. This is the verse, 16:19. After putting him to sleep on her lap, she called for someone to shave off the 7 braids of his hair and began to subdue him. Now, listen to this. Uzalelwe ukukhulula amaSirayeli esandleni samaFilisti, waske yena wazibeka esandleni saba bantu amele ukuba akhulule uSirayeli kubo. I want you to listen to this. He lost sight of God's purpose for his life. Walahlekelwa ngumbono wesizathu sobukho bakhe ebomini. Lando ke yuba uSamsoni waqoqolwa wakhutshwa amehlo. It was symbolic ngoba akabanga yimfama emveni ba ekhutshwe amehlo. Ube yimfama xa elahlekelwa sisizathu sobukho bakhe, aze yena azibeke esandleni samaFilisti, abe ebezalelwe ukuba akhulule uIsrayeli esandleni samaFilisti. Now I want you to listen to this. Ingxaki kaSamson, his recurring failure lies in his inability to align his life with the purpose for which God had formed him. Akazange abe nako ukuthabatha ubomi bakhe ungqamane nesizathu sokuzalwa kwakhe. Samson could never tame his passions and bring them under the control of his greater call. Akazange akwazi imizwa yakhe ayiqhoboshe ukwenzela into yokuba ingaphikisani nobizo lwakhe olukhulu. Now I want you to listen to this. If a person does not understand that the purpose of life defines lifestyle, then the lifestyle itself is hollow and the life is squandered. Because the purpose of your life determines the places you go to, friendships you embrace, languages you use, the shows and the films you watch, the books you read, the thoughts you entertain, all must be aligned with the purpose to which we are called by God. Mamela, ubomi bakho bonke indawo ohamba kuzo nabantu ohlobana kunye nabo nolwimi olusebenzisayo nencwadi ozifundayo neprogram oziwatshayo nengcamango ezikufikelayo, ukuba ngaba zonke ezo zinto azinalo igalelo eyakuthi liphuhlise lento uThixo ungayiyo, akunasizathu sokuba kwezo ndawo nezo zihlobo nezo ncwadi uzifundayo. Umzekelo, if you go to exclusive bookstore, kubakho isale once a year phaya. Xa ungena phaya kubakho indawo kuthiwa sport. Kwesa sport kubekho mhlawumbi cycling, kubekho irugby, kubekho icricket, kubekho isoccer, kubekho ivolleyball, kubekho inetball, kubekho fishing, kubekho squash, njalo njalo, tennis, table tennis, zonke ezo sport. Uba uyare sportman, akuzidlali zonke eza sport. Uba uyare ruggerite, umuntu we-rugby, you go there kwi-rugby. Uba uyi-cricket, uya kwinto ye-cricket. Uba uyi-runner, you go to a run. You don't buy all the sport books because depending what is your purpose. Xa udlula phaya, ufika phaya kwezopheka. Njengoba kuphekwa nje, kukho French cuisine, kubekho Italian, kubekho Japanese, kubekho Chinese, kubekho African, and what have you. Zindlela ezithile ezi-different zokupheka. Kubekho i-art books, kubekho i-psychology, kubekho i-philosophy, kubekho all types, leadership, kubekho history books, kubekho i-biographies. Akungeni phaya uthenge zonke ezancwadi. A person like me, if I get there, I go straight into leadership, I go into communication, I saw religion and philosophy and also religion. Those are the books that I buy. Those are the books. Ezinye noba ungandipha. Kukho nencwadi pha zokuthunga ijezi. Angifuni uthunga ijezi, ngifuna uyithenga. Kukho phaya nencwadi pha uloba njani. Angifuni uloba, ndihamba ndoyithenga inhlanzi xa ndiyifuna. But because I have made up a decision and I know what is the purpose of my existence, I do not involve myself in anything that is not contributing positively to that. That is very, very important. Sidlule ke apho ke msinyane. But kufuneka kwakhona sibambe ke lando kwakhona nalapho. That any pleasure that refreshes you without diminishing you, distracting you, or sidetracking you from the ultimate goal is a legitimate pleasure. So in this losing sight of the goal, suyivumela into ekuphazamisayo nesizathu sobukho bakho. That's very, very important. And I want to close on this one with this. Remember this. Samson, it was one night's pleasure that sends him to total blindness. Few minutes can influence or shape your future. Life is molded and played out sometimes in seconds. It will take few minutes, it will take seconds to change your whole life, for good or for bad. And listen to that last statement that says, Samson could never tame his passions and bring them under the control of his greater call. Now, I want us now quickly to get to the third principle. The first one, legitimate pleasure. The second one, losing sight of the goal. And the third one is the illicit pleasure. The illicit pleasure. Ulonwabo olungekho mthethweni. Illicit pleasure. Uyifumana lonto kwincwadi kaSamuel wesibini isahluko ngu-23 iverse ngu-17. And this is how it goes. uDavide usemfazweni kunye namaFilistine. Amleqile, amkhupha eBethlehem. And uDavide, he is in a hiding place emqolombeni. uAdalam, hiding at a cave. And then one sultry night, uDavid ngobusuku obuthile, he was just thinking about the comfort of home. Ubulapha eBhayi, uDavid sithi mhlambi Samastrand, that's Bethlehem. Uleqiwe ke waphuma wophelela eMotherwell. Now between Motherwell and Samastrand, there's New Brighton. Yonke, the piece of land, is occupied by the Philistines. And David is in Motherwell. And David wakes up in the evening. He's thirsty. Akamanzi. Fumanzi ba lamanzi adiniwe. Lamanzi anetyuwa. Acinge amanzi akwiqula laseBethlehem. Cinga amanzi aseSamastrand. Uyazicingela lento. But whilst he is thinking about this, he let escape from his lips a simple longing. Avele nje engathethi namntu uyacinga. Aphume lamazwi emlonyeni wakhe. And lamazwi, they are very innocent. He's expressing his longing to wish he was in Bethlehem so that he can get this water. It was a pleasure that could not be fulfilled because a Philistine garrison was stationed in Bethlehem. Yayilonwabo angenako ukuba nenxaxheba kulo. Ukubona there is a certain pleasure that you'd like to indulge. Kodwa akunalungelo lolo lonwabo. And uDavid ke awathethe lamazwi engawathethi emntwini. Kanti kukho amadoda amathathu amthanda kakhulu uDavide. Akathethi nawo. Lamadoda ngobusuku anqumla arisk ubomi bawo. They went to Bethlehem and brought this cold water. Xa ezisa lamanzi, guess what? Bathi kuDavide, as a surprise, here are water from Bethlehem, from that pool. Out of their love for him, they risk their lives. Listen to this. In chapter 23, verse 17. uDavide wawathatha lamanzi wawasondeza emlonyeni wakhe. Just as this cup was just about to touch his lips, this is what he said. For be it for me, O Lord, to do this. Is it not the blood of men who went at the risk of their lives? With those words, he denied himself that pleasure. Wawathatha uDavide lamanzi, wawalahla phansi akawasela. Kuba isikhalo sakhe yayisithi, lana ayingamanzi, ligazi labantwana babantu. Ababeke ubomi babo esichengeni for ulonwabo lwam. Listen to this. Any pleasure that jeopardizes the sacred right of another is an illicit pleasure. Naluphina ulonwabo elibeka ubomi omnye umuntu esichengeni, elo lonwabo ayilulo ulonwabo. Now listen to this. Let's just pause for a minute. That's powerful. Maybe we missed the point. the monumental implication of a simple principle such as this. Listen to this. Had David kept the same caution in mind years before, when he set his eyes upon Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah, whom in order for him to have had enjoyed this pleasure of sleeping with Bathsheba, he had to sacrifice her husband and kill her. Not only that, compromise Israelites, they lost the war. Not only that, compromise his family. Amnon raped stepsister Tamar, and listen to this. If you go through that history, if you would have kept that principle then, the whole Testament history could have been totally different. Ukuba ngaba uDavide lamazwi okuyazi into yokuba lana ayingomanzi, eli ligazi labantu, makubele kum ukuba ndisele igazi labantu. Let's make it easy. Uyaphangela ngutata ekhaya, then kufika ixesha lika December kuvalwe emsebenzini, uqokelele zonke ibonus zakho nayo yonke lo mali leyo uyithathe njengoba injalo uhambe uyokonwaba apho kungaziwayo khona, ushiye umfazi wakho nabantwana basibhozo onwabe apho. Olonwabo lu illicit, lu illegal, ngoba olonwabo lakho li at the expense of your own children and your wife. And I want to read that principle again. E.T. Any pleasure that jeopardizes the sacred right of another is an illicit pleasure. That's very important for us to understand that. And nalo ixesha, because if we can develop that, all of this corruption that comes up through Zondo Commission and everything else, it's a pleasure that jeopardizes the sacred right of the nation for one person's pleasure and sacrifice the whole nation. That is an illicit pleasure. Makubelekum lana ayingamanzi. Makubelekum lena is not a business. Makubelekum, this is not a black empowerment. Eli ligazi lesizwe. Lastly, but not least, I want you to listen to this one. This is the last one. All pleasure must be brought at a price. Longe ulonwabo lunexabiso elihamba nalo. The difference between true pleasure and the false pleasure is this. Through pleasure, the price is paid before enjoyed. False pleasure is paid after enjoyed. That's the difference between true pleasure and the false pleasure. Ulonwabo olululo uyahlawula phambi kokuba uqhamle kolonwabo. Ulonwabo olungelulo uyaxhamla uze inhlawule uyenze emveni kokuba uxhamlile. And I want us to listen to this. Sizokuhlukana ke bathandekayo. You see, a principle upper that is very, very important for us. There is what we call a delayed gratification. This power of turning aside from immediate gratification is the most difficult things to do. And this is where the battle is lost or won. A delayed gratification. As a rule, many have lost sight of their capacity for strength. It is better, goes the old adage, to shun the bait than to struggle in the snare. Kungcono uphephe umgibe kunokuzama ukuphunyuka usemgibeni. I want to repeat that. To shun the bait than to struggle in the snare. Learn to say no and to mean it, not just for the sake of saying no, but because life has been defined for its ultimate purpose. If we do not resist and instead go the easy way of succumbing, there will be a price to be paid someday. You will never get away with it. It doesn't matter how long it will take. There is some day that you've got to pay for that pleasure. We need to develop an ability to this principle of delayed gratification. Zikhona izinto ezi-right futhi ezililungelo lakho mntomtsha uba uzenze. Cha izinto ezizenza into kuba ezo zinto zibe yingozi yakho ngoku une-ability yokuzenza. Lixesha. If it is not good timing, even that which is good becomes bad. You must have an ability to delay gratification. Masenze umzekelo ke lona ke. Umzekelo. Uyafunda. Use UCT. Use Wits. You are doing medicine. You are doing chartered accountant. You are coming from this home and your parents are proud of you and they would like to see in your kuba uyibhibele into yenzayo. May you be so diligent. Can you be so strong and win the battle where it matters most? That you turn away from the immediate gratification and delay that gratification. And tighten up your zip. If you're a man, if you're a woman, tighten up your skirt. I will have enough time for that, but let me finish what I am doing. It's called a delayed gratification. And let me tell you something. That is where the battle is lost or won. And I want to repeat that statement I read. If we do not resist and instead go the easy way, it's easy, of succumbing, there will be a price to be paid someday. Remember, all pleasure must be bought at a price. If you can keep those 4 principles intact to guide you before indulging in any pleasure, is it legitimate? Is it not causing me to lose sight of the goal? Is it not an illicit pleasure? What is the price at stake here? How much is it going to cost me? Let me take a conscious decision. Let me pay up front and enjoy later. Rather enjoy it now and pay later. Apha elokishini ukuva izikhalo ebusuku. Khala intombazana, yo. Uthi xa uphuma ufuna uyonqanda. Umvela tsotsi sithi la tsotsi. Uyitshile malamu. Ungabisa kunyaba namthengele ibhiya. Namthengela into ethile. Sasela and what have you. Goku funeka sihambile akafuna uhamba kunye nami. Unenza isibhanqa. Because it was a pleasure up front. Now it's the pay time. Lo mntu is not prepared to pay. I want to close with this illustration. One young woman is dated by another young man. But you know, bazawudibana kule restaurant. It's very expensive. I'm closing now. It's a very expensive restaurant, high class. And then ubhuti alibeke ixesha sawudibana ngomgqibelo ngo-6 o'clock for 6:30. We're going to have a supper. And athi ke ubhuti, I will fetch you. Lo sis athi, don't worry, don't fetch me. I have my own car. I'll drive myself there. Lo sisi aye phaya kumgqibelo apha emini, akhangela uba le trip ibhukishile. Yes, ibhukishile. Athi ndifuna ubona imenu yabo. Ayijonge athi idrink endizifunayo nansi, idrink endiyifunayo I don't want a starter. Naku ukutya endiza kutya, nansi dessert endiyifunayo. How much is that? Achazela uba imali na. Then it says, I'll pay this up front. I'm coming with somebody here. Plus bathi intona lento lena unike ilanto lo muntu sevayo itip, nansi netip. It's fine. Ahambeke. Fike ngela xesha. Fike ubhuthise lapha angene. To cut the story short, kufika ixesha lo odora ubhuti amnike athi maka ode usisa ode idrink yakhe nobhuti. Kufika ixesha lokutya ode yonke into. Ncokolwe. Kufika ixesha ke ngoku lokubhatala. Ubhuti athi makuzole nebill. Athi usisi ungawarishi ngam. I'll pay for myself. Atu ubhuti, no. Atu sisi, no. I will pay for myself. Xa ifika ibhili ifika for ubhuti yeyakhe. Atu lo sisi, thank you so much. I've paid for myself. Till we meet again. Can I tell you something? That man says, that's the woman I want. I will pursue her until I get married to her. She is intelligent. She is independent. God bless you. Bawo, siyabulela. Ilizwi lakho linjengamadoda aliwaka aqondisa indlela. Uzukulu lwakho imbeko. Ndili ukoyikeka. Amen. Thank you. Ungazilibali ke eza principles zine kuphela. legitimate pleasure. Abagwebi, chapter 7. Losing sight of the goal. Abagwebi, chapter 13. Illicit pleasure. 2 Samuel, chapter 23, verse 17. All pleasure must be bought at a price. The difference between true pleasure and the false pleasure is this. Through pleasure, the price is paid before enjoyed. False pleasure is paid after enjoyed. Young people, let this be guiding principles. Any pleasure that does not diminishing you. Ikuchithe uthi xa ugqiba uendalja kolonwabo ukhuluhambeze ube zinhloni ube yi-embarrassment. Ngalamini kwakuvula utywala ngalo eKapa, that day alone 43 people died out of car accidents, alcohol related. Here in the Eastern Cape 10 people died. That was directly related to alcohol. This thing is diminishing us. God bless you. Thank you.